Hi, welcome to Idioms quiz number 2. You made it through Idioms quiz number 1. Congratulations and welcome back. Happy to have you here today. Today we're going to cover 20 other idioms, very common idioms, and it seems like a form of a quiz, but I'll be explaining it to you as we go along, and also I'll be adding other idioms that are related to the idioms in the quiz. So you're going to really learn probably more like 30 or 40 idioms in a very short time. So that's a much more efficient use of time. And these are really things that people use, not just things out of a textbook. So you're really learning real world English, English as native speakers use it. So let's get started. Idioms quiz number 2. Sends the wrong message. Does that mean delivers the incorrect letter, does not talk properly, fails to communicate, or does not set a good example? Pause the video. Sends the wrong message means does not set a good example. This type of behavior sends the wrong message to young people because action speaks louder than words. Your children will do what you do, not what you say. Someone is unveiling. Covering up is revealing, is opening, or is exposing. Someone is unveiling means is revealing. Microsoft is unveiling a new operating system today. The noun form is the same. There was an unveiling of the statue yesterday. I hear what you're saying means I understand what you mean, I am able to catch your words, I believe your words, or I think you are right. I hear what you're saying means I understand what you mean. I hear what you're saying, but I don't fully agree with you. To sound fluent in speaking, remember to use contractions. I hear what you're saying, not I hear what you are saying. Some students have the habit of translating the contractions back to their original form, and this makes it sound unnatural. And it's not a real idiom. I hear what you're saying. She sticks to her guns. Does that mean she holds on to her pistol? She doesn't let her weapons go? She maintains her opinion. Or she refuses to shoot. She sticks to her guns means she maintains her opinion. You must admire the way she sticks to her guns. Now, you can play with the tenses on this. She is sticking to her guns. She's stuck to her guns. But this is not possible. She was stuck to her guns. Well, you know how that sounds. It sounds a bit funny, right? She was stuck to her guns. Doesn't make any sense. Run that past me again. Run that past me again means explain that once more. Try and catch me up. Hurry up. Or come across. Run that past me again means explain that once more. I'm really sorry, I can't follow that. Can you run that through me again? Can you run that past me again? It's an even shorter version of say what? Phrases like this can be very troublesome because they're very short and they're not complete sentences. So this is something you have to be aware of, and this is one of the reasons you say native speakers speak too quickly. They give you a very short answer and you're waiting for a complete sentence. No complete sentence sounds too fast. If you're listening for a complete sentence, you'll miss it. Keep your spirits up. What's that mean? Keep your spirits up. Don't get depressed. Don't let the levels drop. Carry on drinking. Maintain the heights. Keep the spirits up means don't get depressed. Keep your spirits up. It might not be as bad as you might think. Here's a related idiom. When the going gets rough, or when the going gets tough, the tough get going. So if you're struggling with English, keep going. If you're doing this quiz, you're pretty tough. He shot himself in the foot. He shot himself in the foot. He hurt himself. He made a bad mistake for himself. He injured himself. He damaged his body. He shot himself in the foot means he made a bad mistake for himself. I'm afraid he shot himself in the foot when he did that. Here's another shot idiom. A shot in the dark. This is a lucky guess. Teacher asks you a question and you make a wild guess, and you're correct. That's a shot in the dark. Some people love scoring points in any argument. That means they like winning the game, taking the initiative, taking advantage, or taking the trouble. Scoring points means taking advantage. Some people love scoring points in any argument. It's very related to playing games, which you learned in Idioms quiz number 1. There is absolutely no mileage in continuing that sort of discussion. That means no future, no interest, no distance, or no time. No mileage in this case means no future. There is absolutely no mileage in continuing that sort of discussion. We should probably be changing the idiom to something else. Mileage refers to the number of miles traveled, and most countries except America use kilometers, not miles. To buy some more time. To buy some more time means to pay a little longer, to pay a little later, to get a better price, or to delay a little longer. To buy some more time means to delay a little longer. If he wants to buy some more time by not deciding yet. Another idiom for time, a time idiom, is killing time. It means wasting time. But it's been said, killing time is not murder. It's suicide. A piece of cake. Easy to digest, easy to read, easy to start, or very easy. Very easy. Don't worry about the exam. You've prepared well, and you'll probably find it a piece of cake. This is quite overused as an idiom. It's taught in many classes and textbooks. And because it's easy to learn and easy to use, everyone uses it. We can say it has become a cliche. I'll be making a video about cliches. To have got egg on his face. He made a fool of himself. He has said the wrong thing. He have lost a lot of money, or have made the wrong decision. To have got egg on his face means to have made a fool of himself. Because of what he said, he certainly seems to have got egg on his face. For complex construction like this, practice using different tenses. He has gotten egg on his face. He had egg on his face. He got egg on his face.
Get egg on your face.
Have your cake and eat it too. Expect too much of life? Spend your life eating. lead a life of pleasure, or eat too much. Have your cake and eat it too means expect too much of life. This job allows you to be creative and pays well, so you can have your cake and eat it too. Another related idiom is learn while you earn. So this means you're getting paid while you learn new skills. Isn't that great? Have your cake and eat it too. When the news reported the stolen necklace, he dropped it like a hot potato. What's that mean? He let it fall from his hands. He gave it to somebody else. He suddenly lost interest in it, or he hid it in the fridge. He suddenly lost interest in it. When the news reported the stolen necklace, he dropped it like a hot potato. There's also a popular children's game called Hot Potato. A veritable couch potato. A good sleeper, an enthusiast, a very lazy person, or a deep thinker. Ha! A veritable couch potato is a very lazy person, usually someone who watches TV. He just watches TV all day and has turned into a veritable couch potato. Because TV is being replaced with streaming services, people can watch an entire season of one show in just one go. And so this is called binge watching. In the soup is in an interesting situation, in an unusual situation, in deep trouble, or in rough water. In the soup is in deep trouble. Now we're really in the soup, and I don't know why I ever listened to you. There was a movie called In the Soup a few years ago, and here's the poster, In the Soup. It was a comedy, quite well received, quite funny. He had left home for many years, so on his return, they decided to cook the fatted calf. What's that mean? Cook the fatted calf. Have a big celebration, employ a top chef, go out for a meal, or eat as much as they liked. It means to have a big celebration. He had left home for many years, so on his return, they decided to cook the fatted calf. Another common idiom related to cows is, until the cows come home. It means until very late, a long, long time. We can tell jokes until the cows come home. Really fun night. Very fishy. Very fishy means to do with the sea, connected with fish, suspicious, or a strong smelling thing. Very fishy means suspicious. There's something very fishy about that story he told us. Ooh. Another interesting fish idiom is, this is a story called the fish story. And a fish story is usually an exaggerated story about the size of the fish that someone caught when they went fishing. So they always joke about my friend John Luke. He always likes to speak with his hands. So one day my friends, after he came home fishing, he came home and so they tied up his hands so he couldn't say the fish was this big. So they thought if they tied up his hands like this, he wouldn't be able to say anything about the size of the fish. But someone asked John Paul and said, "Hey John Paul, how big is the size of your fish that you caught?" And he said, "Oh, the fish was really big. The eye was that big." So it's always a way to tell a fish story. Their mother always describes her twin sons like peas in a pod. Peas in a pod, both round in shape, both saying the same thing, both full of fun, or both looking exactly alike. Like two peas in a pod is both looking exactly alike. Their mother always describes her twin sons like two peas in a pod. In the movie Forrest Gump, Forrest says that his friend and Jenny,
From that day on, we was always together. Jenny and me was like peas and carrots.
we were like peas and carrots. So what about if you put all your eggs in one basket? Does it mean carried too much in one hand? Decided to do anything dangerous? Relied too much on one plan? Or planned anything exciting? Put all your eggs in one basket means relied too much on one plan. He always took his parents' advice and never put all his eggs in one basket. To master idioms, try using different versions. Put all of his eggs in one basket. Put all of their eggs in one basket. And that's the end of Idioms quiz number 2. You might want to replay this a few times so you get the full benefit and really learn the idioms. These are things that you can use every day so that you can speak more like a native speaker. Until next time, bye for now.